I'm doing a how-to on spark plug replacement for a Honda NHX110, also known as the Lead or Elite, depending where you are. So I use a iridium plug NGK. I'm using a high-speed plug CR8 EHIX9. This is a high-speed one. There you go. I believe this one's already gapped, so we're good there. What you need is little stubby Phillips right in here. There's actually two ways of getting to the spark plug. You can either take out the seat and the seat bucket, or you can go through here. Seat buckets, that's I think that's a little bit too much work for me for right now. So I'm gonna do this here. So pull this little cover off. And this is the sort of the tricky part. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from where you're at. Let me shine a flashlight through in there. Oh, that's bright. Okay. So you can see it. Let me see. I actually kind of see the end of it right here. Let me get a poker. You see the end of it. That's it right here. That's the spark plug cap right there. So you pull that off. Pull that off, and that's off. Well, that felt kind of loose. I don't know what's up with that. That felt really loose. Okay. Actually, let me keep the light in there. You guys can see in there. Close enough. Oops. Keep the dimmer light. Alright, so now I have my 16mm spark plug socket, and you need a little extension to reach better. Get in there and feel it. Okay, I feel it. I am. Oh. Try the spark plug socket by itself. Okay, there it goes. Now let's stick the extension in. Oh, this extension looks like it's too long. Okay, maybe the extension is too long. It's been a while since I changed this. My bike has 20,000 miles right now. So now I'm using my 3/8 drive here. So this way of doing this, it's not as doesn't have as much room. So if you have really big hands or something, you might have a little bit of a difficulty. Wow, it's really tight. I really tighten it that hard. Normally spark plugs don't need to be all that tight, but I guess I might have overdid it last time I did this. Maybe it's just an awkward angle, and I don't have any real leverage on it at all. So okay, I was taking a little bit longer than I liked. Let me see if I can spin it out by hand. Nope, not quite yet. And back to the wrench. Good thing is that I have a wrench that has a finer teeth, so it has it could ratchet at a smaller angle. When you have those really cheap socket wrenches, they don't have that many teeth, so the angle which it ratchets is a lot more. So if you have one of those ratchets, it might not work. It's because it doesn't have a fine enough movement. If that's the case, then you need to get another ratchet, or get to the spark plug from taking the seat off, the seat bucket. Okay. So the last time I changed this plug was at 10,000 miles. Let's see. I'm sure you guys can see that. It actually doesn't look too bad. Tad bit on the lean side, but that's how it is. Honda has its bike set up to be a little bit on the lean side, just for emissions. A little bit of buildup. I can see some buildup. Okay, back. Little, what was that? That was a little, that was a little surprise there, huh? So yeah, so the electrode has a little bit of a buildup. You know, like compared to my new one. See, it's nice and smooth. There's no buildup around the electrode, which is fine. So anyways, I think these iridium plugs could go longer than 10,000 miles, but I like to run. I like to keep everything in tip-top shape, so that's how I do it. Some people would use dielectric grease around here. I tend not to because I think because I change it often enough where I don't need that. I mean, if you're gonna run for a long time, over a lot of years, then you might want to do that. That would be a good idea. How much I ride my bike, I run it. You see, I change my plug every 10,000 miles. So 10,000 miles. That only takes me, a little bit over a year, no more than a year and a half, and I could put a new plug in. So that's so often that I don't need to worry about that electric grease. Let's see. So there is one concern when you're doing this. Right below where the spark plug cap head is, literally right below that, it's probably within an inch or so, is your O2 sensor. Be very careful of that. Don't even touch that part right here. And it's really sensitive. Being an electrical part there, it's a much higher risk of damaging that. If you do something, if you accidentally bump it or something. So be aware of that. Yeah, so that's probably the only real concern. Make sure when you thread in your plug, make sure that it's you do it in by hand first, so that you don't misthread it. You don't want to misthread it, otherwise you're kind of screwed. You need to have to heat coil it, which is won't work very good. Or you could use time. I think there's another product called time inserts, I believe it's called. But I've never used any of that stuff, just because I'm real careful. So my plug is in. Let's see, what's my wire cap. When you're doing this, you're kind of doing it blind almost. Just feel for everything. Okay, and my plug is in. I'm looking at it just to make sure I didn't touch anything, especially that O2 sensor. Okay, everything's in there. Everything's good. All you do is put the cap back on and your Phillips, and you should be done. That's it on a how-to to change a spark plug for NHX110. That's also one of the other easiest things to do, I think. Okay, thank you.